What would happen if the Earth crashed into the sun? Hi, welcome to Curious Kids Every Day. I'm Josh. How are you doing today? It's so good to hear from you. Hey, do you know what some of my very favorite episodes of Curious Kids Every Day are? I like the episodes where we ask, what if? As in, what if something happened that couldn't actually happen in real life? If it did happen, what would be the result? Like, for example, I got this question from a kid in the Curious Kids Club named Alden. Alden wondered,
Hello, Josh. I'm Alden. I want to know what would happen if Earth collided into the sun.
Oh, that is a great what if. All right, let's find out what would happen if the Earth crashed into the sun. Okay, before we can pretend to crash Earth into the sun to see what would happen, we have to understand why Earth doesn't crash into the sun right now. See, the sun's gravity is constantly pulling Earth toward it, but Earth is also moving incredibly fast sideways. Earth travels around the sun at about 67,000 miles per hour. So imagine that you have a baseball in your hand and you decide to throw it forward. Well, it is going to keep moving forward, but gravity is going to start pulling it towards the ground. The ball moves forward while it's falling. Earth is doing something similar, but on a much larger scale. It's constantly being pulled toward the sun, but it is moving sideways so fast that it keeps missing the sun. That's what keeps Earth in its orbit. So for our pretend experiment, imagine that we could somehow take away that sideways motion of the Earth. Now all of a sudden, Earth would begin falling toward the sun, and really fast. As Earth fell towards the sun's gravity would make Earth move faster and faster and faster and faster. But we would have another problem before Earth ever reached the sun. The sunlight would become way more intense. Right now, Earth is about 93 million miles away from the sun. As we got closer to the sun, the amount of solar energy we received would increase very quickly. Here's a neat way to understand just how quickly. If Earth somehow got half as far from the sun as it is now, it would receive about 4 times as much solar energy. And if it got 1/4 as far away, it would receive about 16 times as much. So as Earth continued getting closer, its temperature would climb higher and higher and higher. Eventually, Earth's oceans would become hot enough, they'd just boil away. Rock would melt, and with enough heat, it would turn into vapor. So Earth really actually couldn't collide with the sun for a couple of reasons. One, it would probably just turn into vapor and plasma before it even reached the sun. And two, the sun doesn't actually have a hard surface for Earth to smash into. Did you know that? If you were completely immune to heat and pressure, you could actually travel all the way through the sun and you would never hit a solid surface. It's true. The part of the sun that looks like its surface is called the photosphere. Can you say photosphere? It is a layer of extremely hot plasma. That's the second time I've mentioned plasma today. Do you know what plasma is? Plasma is matter that has become so hot that its atoms are electrically charged. The photosphere is around 10,000 degrees Fahrenheit. And the sun gets even hotter on the inside. So, if the Earth were to crash into the sun, it wouldn't be a giant crater on the sun like if an asteroid hit the moon. As Earth plunged into the sun's outer layers, its remaining matter would just break apart and eventually just mix into the sun. And you know what's crazy? If there was someone on another planet watching all of this happen, once the Earth got vaporized into the sun, it would look like nothing had even happened. The sun would just totally absorb the Earth. The sun is enormous compared to the Earth. You would need more than 330,000 Earths to equal the mass of the sun. So even an entire Earth falling into it would add only a tiny amount, a fraction of material compared to everything that's already there. It would be like a giant whale eating a baby minnow. Thankfully, Earth is never going to crash into the sun. We are safe here on Earth because the Earth is just going to keep orbiting around the sun. However many years old you are, that's how many times you've orbited around the sun. And it's just going to keep on orbiting. But it's fun to think about what would happen if it stopped, isn't it? It would get pretty crazy pretty fast. All right, let's have a quick quiz and see what we learned today. About how fast is Earth moving around the sun? Around 67,000 miles per hour. If Earth were half as far from the sun, about how much solar energy would it receive? About 4 times as much. And around how hot is the sun's photosphere? It's about 10,000 degrees Fahrenheit. Wow. And would Earth leave a crater in the sun? Nope, the sun does not have a solid surface. Let's play true or false. True or false? The sun's gravity is constantly pulling Earth toward it. That is true. True or false? Earth would speed up as it fell toward the sun. That's true too. True or false? The sun has a hard surface that a planet could land on. Nope, that's false. Okay, would you rather travel to the sun or travel to the moon? Well, it depends on if I could get there safely. If I could safely travel to the sun, I would definitely travel to the sun. Can you imagine seeing the sun up close? That would be amazing. It's so big. All right, let's play a couple of rounds of What Am I? What am I? I am an invisible force. I can pull objects toward one another. And I am constantly pulling Earth toward the sun. What am I? I am gravity. Isn't that amazing that the sun is 93 million miles away from us, but its gravity is so strong that it pulls Earth? That's amazing. All right, here's one more. What am I? What am I? I am a type of matter. My particles are electrically charged, and the sun is mostly made of me. What am I? I am plasma. I always enjoy these what if episodes. Can you think of any more what if episodes we could do? I sure am glad to know that the Earth is always about 93 million miles away from the sun. That is the perfect distance. So we learned that Earth doesn't fall into the sun because it's moving sideways incredibly fast while the sun's gravity pulls on it. If that sideways motion somehow disappeared and Earth began falling toward the sun, Earth would speed up so fast and receive a lot more solar energy very quickly. Eventually, the oceans would boil away, the surface would become extremely hot, and Earth's rocky material would melt and vaporize. And because the sun doesn't have a solid surface, there would be no dent on the sun. The Earth would just get absorbed into the sun. Isn't that amazing? Even though the Earth seems enormous to us, the sun has more than 330,000 times Earth's mass. So one Earth falling into it, it wouldn't even make a difference. Isn't that crazy to think about? What kind of question do you think we'll ask tomorrow on Curious Kids Every Day? I can't wait to find out. So until then, keep asking questions and stay curious, kids. And we've got some birthdays today. Some of the kids in the Curious Kids Club have birthdays today, so we're going to give them a special shout out. Lucy from South Carolina is turning 2. Happy birthday, Lucy. Lita from California is turning 3. Happy birthday, Lita. And these kids are turning 4 today. Bentley from Washington State. Happy birthday, Bentley. And Frankie from North Carolina. Happy birthday, Frankie. These kids are turning 5 today. Gwendolyn from Virginia. Happy birthday, Gwendolyn. That's my grandma's name. Cash from Washington. Happy birthday, Cash. And James from Georgia. Happy birthday, James. These kids are all turning 6 today. Connor from Kentucky. Happy birthday, Connor. Emmy from California. Happy birthday, Emmy. Henry from North Carolina. Happy birthday, Henry. Miller from Indiana. Happy birthday, Miller. Kit from Tennessee. Happy birthday, Kit. And Lucas from Florida. Happy birthday, Lucas. These kids are all turning 7 today. Juliana from Connecticut. Happy birthday, Juliana. And Max and Charlie from New Jersey. They're twins. Happy birthday, Max and Charlie. And Atlas from Wales. Happy birthday, Atlas. These kids are turning 8 today. Paxton from California. Happy birthday, Paxton. And Nora from Ontario, Canada. Happy birthday, Nora. And Adeline from North Carolina is turning 10 today. Happy birthday, Adeline. We had a lot of North Carolina birthdays today. To all the grown-ups listening, if your curious kid wants their birthday mentioned on the show, please visit supportcuriouskids.com and join the Curious Kids Club. That's supportcuriouskids.com. See you tomorrow!